last visions have come and they've gone. What the Lord has showed me about New Orleans and in Las Vegas, it happened. So now he said, I'm going to show you the next wave of things that you're to warn the body for what's coming. And it all started. I mean, I was just worshiping and just praying like I normally do, y'all. And all of a sudden I was like, poof. And I told my wife, I said, get the phone. You got to record it. I could see, and it was the vision was putting all out in front of me. And I saw farming equipment.
Before we get into this, right? Welcome on into another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. So on today's agenda, we are going to talk about Brandon Biggs. He's a prophet that prophesies against a lot of things that end up happening, right? Plus it's trending topics. So my channel, we go over trending topic things. We're also going to talk about LeBron James, hypothetically, allegedly cheated on his wife, right? We're going to talk about that. And can men really cheat? Or does women do the cheating? Because this is a whole two different concepts. We're going to expound on that. We're also going to talk about Obama and Trump, and Obama being so friendly to Trump. Did Kamala Harris get played? But before we get into all of these, the only thing I ask from you guys is to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Also, if you even want to go further, AirTech EMF Technology, I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat. It's a affiliate marketing link that I'm actually selling as well. So feel free to protect your family against harmful rays, being in front of the computer, being in front of the Wi-Fi, or just having your phone on you on general, because it's things that you cannot see that's happening around you. So let me not be too extensive. Let's get on with the show.
Saw massive farming equipment that was it looked like on the East Coast this farming equipment was, and there were silos, and the Lord said, I want you to focus on fertilizer. And all of a sudden it was like everything was coming at me very fast, and I could see these men buying lots of fertilizer since this summer over the course of quite a while. It looked like I could see. So you're not able to see the vision, so I have to describe what I saw.
Right.
I forget, y'all, so bear with me. I saw trees. I saw leaves on the trees. I saw the summer grass growing. It was hot outside, and I saw these men collecting fertilizer through different places so that they would not be detected. Okay. It was like different locations buying fertilizer in bulk as much as they could without drawing suspicion. That's the way I would say it. And so these men were buying this fertilizer, and so they were storing it. And I saw massive dump trucks with separation of in the back of these dump trucks, separation with 50-gallon drums, all filled with different kind of chemicals to make what was happened in Oklahoma City back in the 90s. Okay, this happened in the 90s, and it was a massive thing, not black powder, but this fertilizer stuff. And I saw fertilizer in these.
So basically what he's saying is that it's going to be some form of an explosion or an explosive attack. And we all know that a lot of people that came across the border, it wasn't just migrants or immigrants or people from El Salvador, Honduras, Venezuela, just coming here to work. No, all sorts of people came through the border. That's why the next thing up is digital ID. Because how do we know who's here? We don't know. But let's continue. Let's listen to the prophet.
This in a big dump truck. And the dump truck was like a big diesel. That looked like construction workers. They had purchased a massive construction vehicle, like dump truck thing. And they put all this in so that it would cause a major catastrophic event. So they made the front of it armor proof, bulletproof.
What?
Like you could not like shoot it and to make it stop it. So like very, very strong armor was on the front of this truck underneath it. So it wasn't able to be seen really well. Okay. And I saw these men, and this is going to go a lot of different places. Okay. So you have to just listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all. I saw these men with these vests on in the front cab of the truck.
So suicide bombers?
Vest on. And they had explosives on these vests. And there was 2 men in the truck. And they took the truck and they used it to go through police barricade and military barricades.
Pause. Now, once again, we're not spreading fear or anything along that nature, right? But 9 times out of 10, what you say end up happening. 8 times, let's just say 8 times out of 10. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say 7 times out of 10. Now, how exactly it happens, the detail may be a little bit construed, but these things end up happening. And we're not spreading fear, we're just spreading awareness, right? We're just spreading awareness, because if these things happen, there's nothing that you can really do about it. Only thing you could do is prepare for the worst and expect the best. Prepare for the worst and expect the best. That's it. So he's normally 9 times out of 10, he's correct about what he's talking about, because, and then you can connect it to a lot of different things, because look at the border, for example. It was no border control. So plenty of people are here. Think about it like this, right? And people are always going to try to put it on Trump, but Trump is not the person to blame. It's the actual system. It's our whole entire system. We go everywhere and we do harm to them. We've been doing it for eons. Ever since the American Constitution, or prior to that. That's how we got to the Constitution, right? We go in, we take their natural resources, we take everything, and we act like we Don Corleone. We're the king of the hill, right? Don't you think that over sometimes people will begin to join forces together like the BRIC Nation and everything else to say, you know what? It's time for us to have a change, right? You can't be the bully for too long, because the people that you then bully join forces together and become even a bigger bully. That's what I think is totally happening right now. You know, is we're reshuffling the whole deck. What was isn't anymore. You know, things are changing. So let's continue. We're going to do about another 10 minutes of this coverage, and then we're going to go on to Obama and then LeBron.
In Washington, D.C.
Listen.
If you want to quit your job and build your...
In the nation's capital, these things are proclaimed or prophesized to take place. But listen.
When they did this and they tried to stop them because they were trying to do it at a checkpoint to stop them, they pushed through the barricade because the truck was very strong. And then they got them, they surrounded them, and they ignited their vest, and they took out everybody. And when this happened, it was a massive crater in the dirt, in the ground, and all the buildings were completely wiped out. And they tried to get as close as they could to the Capitol. Okay. I saw them trying to get as close as they could to the Capitol, to major landmarks of Washington, D.C. The Lord spoke to me, and he talked to me about this. He talked to me about lone wolves. Lone wolves were in America. They were just sympathetic. Like how do you say that? It is they were for terrorism, but they're just like they're on their own. They're part of the organization, but they're not a part of a big group. I saw different people like that had their own little agenda, like individuals throughout towns. Acting alone. Thank you. Acting alone. And they were all throughout. There were lots of them. And they weren't necessarily from across the border, from illegal immigrants.
Listen.
They were people that were inside that already lived here that were just nuts. And so the Lord showed me vans cargo vans, white vans, cargo vans with no windows on the side that would carry 16 passenger vans with those same kind of barrels in the back of these vans, like 50-gallon drums. They weren't as big as what was in the dump truck, this one dump truck. I saw vans with the barrels full of fertilizer inside of there, and they were parking them in New York City in like parking garages and close to buildings, so they did not look suspicious. Okay. So I saw them trying to get as close as they could to Trump towers, and they had a plan to take out Trump towers all throughout America.
Listen,
Golf courses, places like that for attacks. The Lord spoke to me and he said to me, this is bigger than terrorists. I saw it was in retaliation for Hassan Soleimani, the man that was taken out in Iraq. I saw that man's face, and they said, we have not forgotten his assassination.
listen.
And they were coming against America, especially Trump, because of a retaliation for what's happened to him in Iran. And I saw this was a government. I saw 1,000 men, 1,000 men that came through tunnels underground, dark tunnels, drug trafficking tunnels, paid major money. This is a hundreds of $1 million operation that has been going on in the last administration, coming over the border for over the last 4 years of gathering of supplies. And
people, put a 1 in the chat if you believe what he's saying. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't believe what he's saying. Put a 3 in the chat if you feel like these things may happen based on the past events.
they are here. I saw darkness in 10 major cities. Listen to me. I saw 10 major cities. And the why I call them 10 major city is because 1,000 men divided into 10 was 100. And the Lord showed me 100 people per group of attacks, like I told you, coming out of the ground like ants. The Lord said this is not terrorist per se. This is an act of war per se. You understand? This is a government of another country coming against America, making it look like it's terrorist. So you will see in the days ahead a great shaking still to come because of past administrations not doing their job securing the border. Not just on the southern, but this is about the northern border also. I warn you to pray so that we can pray. Not a call to fear, but a call to prayer. I saw great plans and great plots from these men to try to disrupt the inauguration. I saw after the election.
It's funny because just the other day I was just thinking, like, you know, with all this that's going on, we got the California wildfire. We're going to cover something else in my next upload about what's going on in Miami. You got the Ghana market on fire. There's so many catastrophic things that's going on. And I say, well, they tried to kill this man a few times. It wasn't successful. Now, this can be from the globalists or this can be from the people on the total left, the extremists, right? Because money itself is changing. The whole entire system is changing. And I don't think they wanted to change, or what he may do for the people may be something unprecedented, right? Maybe shifting power to the people and or giving them a chance in order to be somewhat to move up in life, right? A lot of people are offended by that, especially him and Elon. But on Inauguration Day, on the 19th and the 20th, it just always seemed like those are the days that he should have super security. You can't depend. And we're not going to say that the CIA don't do their job or the FBI don't do their job, right? It's all allegations, right? But you can't allow them. You have to have security on top of them too as well. because you can't just allow them to secure you when they did a horrible job during your when you were running for president. During your campaign, they did a horrible job. So this just goes to show the 19th and the 20th, watch out. Now you also have this threat. And we're not spreading fear, we're just spreading awareness, right? This is a healthy discussion show. We're just talking about it. Can we talk about it? Indeed, yes, we can. Now, you also have Canada backing out to saying that, look, on the 19th and the 20th or the 21st, we're going to shut off y'all electricity, at least to nations or to places or to states that we govern. Because y'all know everybody in bed together, everybody do business together. That's why it's actually important for America to have their own energy sources, right? Because you can't depend on anything else. So it's just something funny about those days. So keep everyone in prayer. Make sure that you're doing the right thing. If someone needs help, make sure that you're helping them out, because all we have is people. We can't depend, obviously. You see what's going on in Cali. You can't depend on the mayors and the governors to do anything. Look what happened in Florida with FEMA. You can't depend on them to do anything. Look at the insurance policies and all that's going on. You could not depend. Let's continue.
I heard the word strike. My wife said she called it 5 times. So we said it 5 times. And this was not these lone wolves that you're seeing with the Tesla and New Orleans. This was major events trying to take place to bring fear upon the American people. Mm-hmm. And to realize that we're not as safe as what you all thought we were. Trying to shake people. I saw to pray for Donald Jr. We must pray for what is dear to Trump, his children. This is about a retaliation about this man. And there's deeper things that are attached to this. And I was hearing them this is major funding that is being hid through crypto somehow. They're communicating through untraceable sources, and they're communicating in a way that it's dark. Okay. And so I saw it was about Syria. It's about things that are happening with as America lines up with Israel. It's in retaliation. So we pray against this for what I've seen coming. That's our job. I pray protection over your families. I pray protection over our president, over the capital of America. We pray for the White House. We pray for all kinds of things, because this was very dark, what they were trying to do. And these people obviously don't even value their own life. I thought, my goodness, they didn't even think about it. It was just like when they did that to their vest, it was a massive amount, and it was bigger than Oklahoma City. Massive amount of stuff, and it was fertilizer. And I don't know much about that, but that's just what I heard. So I'm trying to do the best I can with what I see in a vision, what I'm hearing in the spirit, to try to communicate it to whoever needs to hear it. I pray for protection over all of us, and God have.
Well, you know how I see it. I thank you for coming on this show. Well, at least for coming on your platform and to actually spread this, because most people, when they have these these prophecy dreams or these hearings and these callings, and that might be your superpower, right? Because we all have our own superpowers. So the fact that you're telling us about this is actually grand. That's actually a good thing, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Now, like I said, we're not spreading fear or anything along that nature. We're just spreading awareness, because he's been on point for a while. Look him up. I left him as a source. His name is Brandon Biggs. So go look Brandon Biggs.
Mercy on us for what I've seen. So these vans and these places, it was about Trump hotels, Trump locations. And what happened yesterday was what they're hearing in chatter. Do you see? they're getting it from, it's like a network of morons. I want to call them a bunch of morons. People who want to kill, steal, and destroy are morons. That's what they're doing. But it was also about Europe. And I don't even know if there's Trump locations in Europe, folks. But I saw about Europe also. Praying for France and other places in Europe. England, praying for England in retaliation for America. And so, like I said, I'm not here to stir up fear, but the last visions I saw came to pass, and now the Lord says, I'm going to give you more. I want to give you more, and this is bigger than terrorist attacks.
Listen,
this is bigger than terrorist attacks. So, and it was funded by hundreds of millions of dollars was into this to pray. So that's what I'm here for. But I try to relay all this to you. I know it's heavy, but it's very important that I talk about it and tell you what's coming. And and another reason why I bring it up is I believe we lessened what happened by prayer in New Orleans. It never even happened in Nashville. And what happened in Las Vegas, it was in a Cybertruck, and God used a Cybertruck that was bulletproof to shoot the blast straight up and not even break out the glass at the Trump building. So look, like Elon Musk was saying, even the tires of the truck were still not popped or anything. It just blew out the back. So we look at what God did. Yes, people lost their lives in New Orleans. And I told you I saw great darkness in New Orleans. And there's such a heavy, strong presence of witchcraft on Bourbon Street already.
Yes, it is.
Through all that voodoo stuff.
I got to remember witchcraft and all that. To me, that's real, because if you understand what words are spelled and everything along that nature, right? Then, and you understand how the Haitians won their war, right? It's due to these things. These things aren't written about or talked about in history, because if you understand you can do these things, you become a different monster, right? That's why knowledge is so important. Why you think they burned all the books from back then? Why you think all the books is located at the Vatican? But that's a whole nother situation. Let's play a couple more minutes of this, and then we're going to jump to Obama. And
so you've got a lot of open doors. So then you see what happened in Las Vegas. You see nothing happen in Nashville so far, and all glory to God, because I'm believing God that this stuff will not take place. It's like people say, well, you missed it because it didn't happen like you saw. Thank God, folks. You can call me a false prophet all day long, because it's all about stopping these events. It's about praying and interceding and using your God-given authority as believers to intercede. My job is to raise up a million prayer army on this channel and spread it throughout the whole world, so that when we pray, we can change events in politics. We can change events in the financial realm or whatever. If we see the plague coming, you can pray against it. We are a body. We are a mighty army in the spirit realm, praying together, interceding, and stopping the plans of the devil. My job is to pray and believe God for the glorious church to rise up and be what we're called to be. Not having our heads in the sand like the ostrich, but not going, well, I don't want to hear about that because that's scary. It's time to get over it. It's time to rise and shine, for the light has come, and the glory of the Lord is not just risen on me, it's risen on you. God has.
And that's well said. I left the link down below. Now let's go over to, I'm going to stop sharing that screen real quick, and we're going to go over to, Trump and Obama and how politics actually really works, right? We can go to Trump and Obama and look at how politics actually work. Watch this.
Fruitful life. The most interesting dynamic was in the audience, right? Was in the audience as all these former presidents took their seats with their wives and the dynamics between them. And since we were talking about Kamala Harris, we'll start with this, as we are going to get to the Trump and Obama moment, which I'll show separately. But Kamala appears to be looking back at those two, Trump and Obama, yucking it up. She does not look happy. Okay, right? Like, here she is. She's looking forward next to Doug Emhoff. She can see the two of them talking. She turns back. It looks like a deep sigh, looks down.
Check the body language. Check the body language. She's like, I got played. But y'all got to understand how politics work, right? Your vote on a state level, it matters, right? But on a political level, it really doesn't matter because it's all about electoral votes. You don't even know who your electoral candidates are in each state. So when you look at it like that, but I think she got played on both sides, even by Obama as well, because he's way more intelligent than she could ever be. And, you know, at the end of the day, the Democrats and the Republicans, no matter what, when all this is said and done, they still have lunch together. They still go out together. It's like the left hand and the right hand is still part of the entire body. Sometimes the left may do something that the right create a problem. The right have to then create a solution for, but it's still part of the same group. It's still part of the same entity. So don't get fooled, people. Don't get fooled. But let's continue.
She's like, what in the actual F? Look at her. Look at her. What do you think is going through that thought bubble, Jesse Kelly?
Well, I think Kamala Harris, who is, I mean, this is saying a lot, maybe the most nakedly ambitious politician I've ever seen. Her entire career has just been one endless ladder climb, say anything, do anything, take any position on any issue in order to get the next thing. So that's the kind of person we're dealing with here. Well, what happened, the dynamics are, Barack Obama was the one who engineered the coup. He was the one who engineered the coup to get Joe Biden out of the White House. And not only did he engineer the coup to get Joe Biden out of the White House, he's the one who vouched for Kamala Harris with his vast donor network, billionaire after billionaire after billionaire. He knifed Joe Biden in the ribs, shoved him out the back of the White House, and then picked up the phone and organized $1.5 billion with a B to be given to Kamala Harris for her campaign, where she proceeded to not only embarrass herself the entire time, she embarrassed him. When you vouch for somebody with a bunch of billionaires and they flame out as badly as she flames out, well, he is not going to do that again. And without Barack Obama, without Daddy Barack carrying her, Kamala Harris is never, ever, 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 ever going to be able to launch a significant presidential run again in her life. Will she run again in the 2028 primary? Of course she will, but she'll get the 1% to 2% before she has to embarrassingly drop out the exact same way she did last time before Daddy Barack brought her. Now think about all that when you think about Kamala Harris looking over her shoulder back at Barack Obama. You know, I wouldn't put it past Trump to give to say a little bit too loudly, hey, how'd she work out for you? Or in the very least, if he didn't say it, I bet you Kamala Harris is thinking he said it.
It takes 5 seconds to skip the video and also 5 seconds to save a life.
Crazy.
That's a very interesting point I haven't heard anybody else make about how what does her future look like without the full-throated backing of Barack Obama, who definitely, you're right, has realized what an inept politician she was. Apparently had some hesitancy about her being the nominee anyway, but realized this is where this train is going, but now has lived it for, firsthand the way we all had to. So yeah, her, so much has fallen apart for Kamala Harris. She reached too high, too fast, and failed upward. Okay, but the more interesting thing is what she's seeing behind her, what those two guys are doing behind her. And before we zero in on the muckety-mucking that's happening between Obama and Trump, I want people to remember what former President Obama was saying about Trump literally in October, okay? Right. 3 months ago. Listen here, SOT 22.
He acts so crazy, and it's become so common that people no longer take it seriously. I'm here to explain to you, just because he acts goofy does not mean his presidency wouldn't be dangerous.
I gotta hear the hypocrisy that's going on. So it makes me think, because we all know that his dad is not Soros, but his father actually ran Exxon, and his father actually was a CIA intelligent member. And one thing about the CIA, they're very knowledgeable. And to me, Obama acts like, what's the best way to put this? He's been trained well. He can disarm you. And to me, he disarmed Kamala to put himself on the pedestal. Remember, he's trained well. So this just goes to show, I tell you about politics. At the end of the day, when the show is over with, life is a stage play. When the show is over with, look what happened. Look what happened. Now they buddies.
And you do not have to take my word for it.
Oh, no, we don't.
Lately, some of the people who know Donald Trump best have been saying in no uncertain terms that he should not be president again. The other day, General John Kelly, Donald Trump's former chief of staff, said that Trump told him he wanted his generals to be like Hitler's generals. Now, don't boo, vote.
Now, don't boo, vote. This man is dangerous. Because if you thought Camilla was dangerous, this man is even more dangerous. He played chameleon too. He's with whatever that benefits him and his family and whatever agenda that he has. And Trump already said, oh, he's over friendly now. He's just super friendly because he's trying to get what he desires. Will Trump let him get what he desires? We don't know. Trump is a businessman at the end of the day. He must have something to offer because, like I say, do you know that they own United Healthcare and all the healthcare services? Obamacare? Obama owns those type of things. So all them premiums that come out your check, I wonder where it goes to. It actually goes to his trust. In Obama, you trust, I see. Let's continue.
So he wants Hitler's generals to take over, and he's genuinely dangerous.
Crazy.
Cut to yesterday and the two of them. There they are chatting.
Now, if this man was so dangerous, right? Then why do you see stuff like this? That's why I say the mainstream media, Trump did a good job too, because he decimated the mainstream media. He won everything. The House, the Senate, he won everything. He even damn near won Obama too. He did a flawless job, things that they probably could never do. But yet this man is so much like this and so much like this and XYZ. People, you have been bamboozled, you have been lied to, you have been fooled. And that's all. And most of the people go for the okie doke.
Barack's laughing, genuinely laughing, to where like his body is shaking. Hitler's so funny, Jesse. Hitler's quite charming when you spend time with him one-on-one.
Well, you know who should be mad about that, but they won't be. But who should be mad about that are the little drones who vote Democrat every single time, because these people lie to your face all the time. None of these people think Trump is actually Hitler or a Nazi or a white supremacist. And before Donald Trump started running for president, he was a lifelong Democrat who was chumming up with these people at every single cocktail party out there. And they all loved him. They're Chuck Schumer, all these guys, they all loved him. They all talked to him. And Trump is an insanely charming and, yes, very funny individual. And they were all laughing at his jokes and they know exactly who he is. But then when election season comes up, they know they have to ramp up the mindless drones into an endless panic that Hitler's coming back. And so they stand up and they tell people, Hitler's coming, Hitler's coming, Hitler's coming. And you have all these single women on anti-anxiety meds freaking out. Oh my gosh, the world's going to end. And then as soon as the election's over, they go yuck it up and talk about the meat lovers pizza they're going to share that night. I'd be mad if my politicians lied to me all the time like that. I get mad when the GOP lies to me, which they do routinely. So maybe Democrats should do the same.
Here is one drone who is upset about all the warnings that this was Hitler. And his takeaway is not, they said he was Hitler and it was a lie. His takeaway is, he is Hitler. And why is no one talking about how I am now going to be protected? Before I play this soundbite, the guy's name is Anand Giridharadas. He's an NYU, I think, adjunct professor at the journalism school. Watch.
What a shock.
I wholesale but not the way that the traditional way, not the way that most people do it. I wholesale.
What do you guys think about that? Have you guys, especially the Democrats, have you guys been bamboozled? Right? Do you feel like you've been betrayed again? Do you feel like they lied to you once again? They did the same thing in 2020. They lied to you until you go line up like guinea pigs. Now look what's happening.
Wrong to pick the proxy fight of Obama should not laugh at a joke. But I think we have to take seriously the emotion of feeling undefended. This administration rightly warned throughout the last year that Donald Trump represented the singular authoritarian threat to America. Have we been provided by this White House in its last weeks any practical guidance for how to live under what it claimed was fascism around the corner? That I am being warned and told that the apocalypse is near, but in actual ways, I am not defended by anybody.
I need practical guidance and I need to be defended. Can you imagine being a man and speaking like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're half a man if you vote Democrat anyway. But and I don't understand that mentality anyway, Megan. If somebody told me that I couldn't go on the lawn, my front lawn, because there were landmines on the lawn, and then I turn around and that person was walking around the lawn drinking a cup of coffee, I would think that person is a horrific liar who perhaps didn't have my best interest at heart. Yet these people get lied to repeatedly, and all they do, maybe it's a Democrat thing, is bend over and say, "Thank you, sir, may I have another?" I don't understand that way of thinking. I can't relate to it at all, but whatever, have a miserable life, you sick freaks.
Anon, you really shouldn't be teaching this shit to journalism students in particular, that you need the government to protect you from the Hitler who just won re-election. Like, this is the message, I guess, to the incoming class of journalists, which means we're going to have a lot more of what we have had. For those of us holding our breath.
And that's crazy to me. Now, let's go on. We're going to go into the next segment of the show. And this is, we're going to go scrolling on TikTok, right? Kind of like doing this because this is how most of the people learn. Their attention span is so small. Every 3 seconds, they need another hit. So TikTok, here we have it. And also TikTok is on the verge of being discontinued. So make sure that you check out Redbook. That's another one. It's like TikTok. I think it's based in China. And then also check out Flip, because a lot of people, money will be messed up because they use the TikTok shop to sell and XYZ. And I like to add value to the channel. So I do my research on everything. In a lot of different sectors and bring it to you guys. So the new thing will be Flip. For e-commerce and everything else that you have to sell is just like TikTok shop. And then you have another one called Redbook, and it's like TikTok as far as the social media aspect. And if you check on the App Store, they are moving up in ranking. Hell, I just checked the other day, they was at like 7, 8. Now I believe they damn they're gonna be number 1 by Wednesday. Well, actually today is Monday morning, East Coast time, 3:10 a.m. So let's just say, hell, by Monday, by today, they're going to be at number 1 and number 2, at least in the top 5, at least in the top 5. And if you're the first to be there, then you get you get the algorithm, you get to do your thing and anything along that nature. So let's go on to this one right here. We're going to listen to DJ Academics, which I don't understand why you chanting about another man's relationship, and especially you broadcasting it if he himself didn't come out and do it. I don't really get stuff like that, but hell, it ain't for me to get.
Maybe Drake will keep teasing it. Let me just tell you what I've heard. Yo, LeBron, you and Drake used to go on 2-mans. Okay?
Whoa.
You've been cheating on your goddamn wife. Drake used to facilitate the host, and basically, essentially, you can't dance to a song about him being a pedophile. He used to supply you with the bitch.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry, my nigga.
So, and I'm not laughing at the pedophilia part. I won't ever support that argument, right? And these are allegations, right? But I won't ever support any man that's like that, ever, ever. But it's a fact that you did see LeBron dancing to You're Not Like Us and everything else. But was he like him? Hypothetically, allegedly, supposedly. And what would you think his right reaction would be now, right? And is it considered cheating? That's one thing I wanted to come on this channel and say, because Western way of doing things and the actual way of doing things is incorrect to me. The actual way of doing things, how can a man cheat? The person that's being submissive, that's the person that's actually cheating. Now, no, I am not sexist, but just think about it, right? Men do we don't take it. We give the taking. We give it to you, right? We don't take anything. 9 times out of 10, women take something. So therefore, she being submissive to another man, that's the totally utmost disrespectful thing that she could do. Leave your thoughts down below. So how is he considered cheating? His household is well ran, well taken care of. You don't hear nothing much from his wife. Now the public is about to stir the whole pot up. The internet is about to stir her pot up. That's why I tell people, do not put your relationship online, because you're asking for somebody to come in and stir the pot. And once you have too many people persuading you in your ear, promoting this, promoting that, eventually you will fall victim. Just saying. But let's continue.
Yes, if I'm Drake, I snitch on you too.
Crazy.
Sorry, buddy.
Crazy.
You can't do that. No. You've been living a lie, and everybody been thinking you're this perfect guy. But when you come to Canada, I know some of the whores. When you come to Canada, you know you come to certain places. I'm supplying you with the white women you love. You don't even like black chicks. White women. I'm the guy. So when I bring the tings,
crazy
and
work.
I'm hooking you up. When Kendrick drops a song saying certified lover boy, certified pedo, you're the first one to say, whoa, me and Drake done this some 2 mans. He ain't never bring no underage girl. What the fuck is you talking about? Or how about you shut the fuck up and don't dance, don't crip walk, don't do nothing, and how about you go win some championships? I'm sorry. I'm snitching on you. That's why you in trouble, LeBron. People.
Leonardo DiCaprio, I know.
Now, this is wild, and that's crazy, right? But once again, this is all allegedly, because defamation of character is going to happen if you saying this and you can't prove this, DJ act. But what if he could? Because we have Drake right there himself. I'm not sure. But like I say, these are all allegations. We don't know this to be true, but the fact that it's coming out, we're just going to talk about it. We're just having a healthy discussion about it, right? Let the people decide if it's true or not, because I believe that all of them are connected in some form of way, even connected to the fire that's going on. Everyone is connected to that entity and or that demonic force. Most people are, especially the higher you get up in ranking. I just don't see it any other way. You can call me a fool, call me an idiot, but you cannot say that I didn't warn you guys, right? Cat William was right, and he obviously stands correct. Let's continue.
For a fact, I mean, I've never been invited, but my friends have. He goes out and his bodyguards or whatever go up to the girls, ask them if they want to go back.
That's crazy work.
As a child of the 2000s, LeBron stepping out of Savannah is not surprising. If it's true,
listen,
LeBron possibly stepping on Savannah is not surprising. We remember from the 2000s. But this goes to show you cannot be friends with everybody, because they'll be telling all your ish once you cross them in some sort of way. And I've heard so many men talk about how academics has been nothing but a cancer to the hip hop space in general, and how Drake cannot, do an actual adult beat with somebody without mentioning their female partner. He did it with Pusha T. He did it with Kendrick. I'm pretty sure he did it with like Meek Mill, and now he's doing it with LeBron. And the Drake stands to talk about how, Drake is just basically doing what he needs to get back at him. He betrayed him. LeBron has the life that Drake won. He's beloved by everybody, not only in the US, but globally. He has a family, he has a wife, he has kids. He has a legacy that doesn't have to be bloated by payola. And listen, LeBron and probably other men that are associated with Drake, whether it's friendship or work relationship, should take that as a lesson.
Academic is wild for this one. I must say that for sure. But you got to think about it. He's paid from Drake, from whoever signed Drake. He's actually paid from these people. So he's probably doing them a favor, stirring the pot up once again. That's why I said these massive amount of distractions. Pay attention to what's really going on.
That's into
next.
You've been living a lie, and everybody been thinking you're this perfect guy. But when you come to Canada, you've been living a lie.
Crazy.
There's been many accusations about LeBron James cheating on his wife, Savannah James. Bad Girls Club alumni, Christina Salgota shared her story about LeBron James allegedly cheating on his wife. This is what the former bad girl had to say about the married LeBron.
LeBron James waited at an airport for like 3 hours. I never showed up. I know most girls would have hopped on that flight and they would have been sweating it. And I was like, yeah, no, bro. I found out you're married. I didn't even know. I don't watch sports, first of all. Anyone who knows me knows that I don't watch sports. So I didn't even really know who he was. Yeah. I remember I had the sneakers one time. So I was like, oh, you're that guy. Ooh, ooh. And then I was like, he's married. I was like, oh, no, this is going to ruin my image. And I was like working with John Mayer at the time doing music. So I have my own stuff going on. So I've never been the type to be, I don't know. I've never been a groupie. Like, I don't need to pop it open for something. It just would not make me feel good. It wouldn't even feel good entering my soul. Maybe people have got to a place where they're so numb that it's a business transaction.
At least this hoe got some class. At least she has some class, because she's letting you know, yeah, I probably would have got down if he wasn't married and this is that the third, right? But now you're messing with something on the spiritual realm, spiritual level. So she got some class. She like, it wouldn't have felt good, even if it was the thing to do in the moment. It wouldn't have felt good because this man is married and his wife ain't really. She's not irate. She's chill. She stick to what she doing. She don't care about the limelight as much. She's just chilling. Her life is taken care of. She can't do better than Bron. It won't never happen that in this lifetime. Maybe in the next one. So she understand her role. She's literally playing her role.
It just wouldn't feel good to me. So
There's been many accusations about LeBron James.
So LeBron James is all over the news right now. And heavy is the head that wears the crown. And more money, more problems. Because LeBron James has been caught in a scandal. The evidence is undeniable. I mean, they got pictures of this girl. They got text messages of this girl. The paparazzi has found him in many places with this woman. This woman has been at some of the games and around his kids. LeBron James is sleeping with one of his players' mother. And the crazy part about it is his mom was sleeping with his teammate so many years ago. And that guy does not have a career right now. It's crazy to me that somebody will be so bold to bring another woman to your events and around your kids and think that the media will not catch on to it. Crazy. And honestly, we all know that this man got his pick of the litter. He got money, he's handsome, and he's big, and he's black, and he basically is the face of the NBA. And what woman with no morals is not going to holler at LeBron? But to be around his family, around his kids, when I say the evidence is undeniable, it makes no sense that he would be this bold or think that he is Diddy and not get caught messing with his teammate's mother. Like, how bold can you be? How bold can you be?
Wow.
Word on the street is she not ugly. It's just, I don't even know. He should know better. Everybody is waiting for him to fail. Everybody is waiting for the big LeBron James scandal. Everybody is waiting for a hiccup. Like, this man been in the NBA since he was 17 years old? 16, 17? I don't even remember. But I know he came out of high school. You know what I'm saying? And everybody is waiting for something to happen, for him to be seen somewhere, for him to be mixed up somewhere. And you gonna mess with your teammate's mother? What is wrong with you, LeBron? The crazy part is I got all the pictures. I got all the pictures. I got all the evidence. He couldn't deny this if he wanted to. Jesus couldn't deny this. It's obvious. It's nothing that he can say. He cannot hold a press conference. He cannot fool anybody. If these pictures come out and these text messages come out, the only thing that you're going to say is he did it. He did it. He's messing with his teammate's mom. All right, hold on, wait. I'm going to show y'all the pictures. Give me 1 second. Told y'all. Messing with his teammate's mother. Look at that. Messing with his teammate's mother. That's crazy.
That's crazy work, though. Allegedly, hypothetically, supposedly, but she don't look too bad. And was he messing with her or was she messing with him? Why was she at the games? Was she watching her son or she was watching someone else's son. This is how the game go, man. Like I said, I look at it like this, man. Did he cheat? Can a man cheat? What is that? That's a female term. Can a man actually cheat? I don't think so. But leave your thoughts down below.
Just when everybody thought LeBron James was going to be in a scandal, messing with his teammate's mother. Look at her. Told you she wasn't. Word on the street is she ain't ugly.
Oh, God. Drake helped LeBron James cheat on his wife, Savannah, according to DJ Academics. The hip-hop commentator claims Drake and LeBron used to go on two mans together, with Drake facilitating encounters. This bombshell comes after Drake's Fighting Irish track, which many saw as a LeBron diss.
Since nobody don't want to say it, I'm going to say it. LeBron is currently getting exposed for going on two mans with Drake in Canada. Bro, this is by far the craziest shit I have ever heard in 2025. And 2025 just started. That means LeBron was cheating on his wife, bro, that he got 3 kids with for two mans. And I believe it. And I heard that Drake used to facilitate and get all the hoes for them. LeBron didn't have to do no work. Drake did it all. That's why he felt so betrayed when he went to Kendrick Lamar concert and he was singing his song that was dissing about him. That's why he felt betrayed. That's why he made that diss song about LeBron James, a.k.a. LeBron Ramon James. If he actually cheated on his wife, bro, that means ain't no relationship in this world perfect. Because he got everything. He rich. He got it all. And still cheating?
That's because y'all equating cheating and equating people's relationships based on the monetary value. You can have everything, and she can go out and cheat. You can go out and cheat. It doesn't matter. It's like nature. Not saying that it doesn't matter. It matters if she go out and cheat. But if you as a man, it doesn't matter because you're made to be fruitful. Protect yourself, of course, right? Make sure that you get tested, of course. Do it the right way. And or if you want something, maybe marry her too. Can't no one say that you can't do it. Leaving at least you have the covenant amongst all y'all. So that's just part of it. That's just how it is. So it don't matter how much people would think, well, how much money you have is going to secure her or secure him, and this is that the third. No. Nature, biology start kicking in at a certain time. Your nature and your biology start overriding all your mores and all your principles. Leave your thoughts down below. Let's go for a couple more minutes. Then I gotta go.
That's beyond me. LeBron, I don't condone that, bro. That ain't leadership mentality right there, bro. Cheating on your wife?
Now, I don't know. Allegedly, he did it with his teammate's mom. Now, that's kind of vicious. I mean, there's so many women out here. I would have did it at least in another state, another country, another jurisdiction, something, but not with the teammate's mother. Yikes. Allegedly.
Spouse, your ride or die? I hope Drake is not telling the truth, but I don't think Drake will lie about that, bro. That's why he's so hurt. That's why he feels so played. He looked at LeBron as like a best friend. Everything's in the dark always gonna come out in the light, no matter what it is. 2025 has been insane. This is an insane year, bro. We only 11 days in. I kind of feel sorry for Drake now. Now I see where Drake coming from, bro. Like, they used to go on two mans together. He looked at him as like a brother, bro.
Savannah James, let's do some lip reading. Okay. What he should have been saying, hey, whoa, my girl here. My girl, hey, easy, baby.
Easy, back up. I told you back up. You're touching my muscle.
I know you are.
LeBron, you're so crazy.
My girl here. My girl is watching.
Back up.
My girl watching. Matter of fact, hey, hold on real quick. I got to use your restroom. Hey, listen, my girl here.
You talking about that contract? You trying to get that re-up?
That it don't matter. With them queens, the right one, you ain't gonna make it to the re-up. She got that resting like.
Okay.
You ain't gonna make it to the re-up. She got that resting like. You ain't gonna make it to the re-up. 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 You ain
You did what?
She gonna tilt her chin east to west.
Okay.
She gonna tilt her chin east to west.
Okay.
She said what he should have been saying.
What
Hey,
did-
whoa, my girl here. My girl. Hey, easy, baby.
Easy,
I know who
back
you
up.
are.
I told you
I
back
know
up. You
who
touched my
are.
muscle.
I know you are.
LeBron, you're so crazy.
My girl here. My girl is watching.
Back up.
My girl watching. Matter of fact, hey, hold on real quick. I gotta use the restroom. Hey, listen, my girl here.
You talking about that contract? You trying to get that re-up?
That it don't matter. With them queens, the right one, you ain't gonna make it to the re-up. She got that resting like
You did what?
She gonna tilt her chin east to west.
Okay.
She started getting a squinting. Never gonna win that battle.
Yeah.
Cause she don't say nothing. But when she do, the earth gonna shake.
Okay.
You hear what I'm saying? And that's what a black queen can do. That's what a queen can do anyway.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? But that right there, bro.
Nobody cares if LeBron James cheated on his wife. Nobody cares. If Drake decides to expose LeBron for cheating,
that's wild.
Nobody cares. I don't give a fuck if LeBron James cheats on his wife. I don't. I only care that he helps me win the parlay. That's it. LeBron James is an NBA superstar.
That was well said. And then, like I say, that's wild for Drake for even coming out. That's even wild for DJ Academics people coming out to even say that. Like, if she was going to find out, let her find out on her own. God damn. Now she got to react to what the people were saying.
I'm just... The celebrity YouTube channel RRG just released a very revealing summary of when LeBron James has either...
So pull it up. He racked up an unbelievable 40,000 career points, a feat unmatched in the NBA. Plus, he's kept his image squeaky clean, presenting himself as the ultimate family man. But he's not totally immune to controversies, chief of which are rumors about him being unfaithful to his wife, Savannah. The pair met in 2003 when LeBron had been recruited to play basketball for St. Vincent St. Mary High School in Ohio, and it was Savannah who had made the first move. They reportedly had their first date at an Outback steakhouse in their town, and the rest is history. The two have been inseparable and thriving as a power couple ever since, tying the knot in 2013 and raising 3 kids. While many superstar athletes can't seem to stay faithful, LeBron stands out as a loyal husband and doting dad. Or does he? According to one bold claim, he's got a reputation for being a serial cheater.
You didn't know that? You didn't know LeBron's a cheetah?
If podcaster Sophia Franklin is to be believed, LeBron isn't the stand-up guy he pretends to be. The former Call Her Daddy host, now solo on Sophia with an F, after a falling out with Alex Cooper, spilled some tea about the Los Angeles Lakers star. According to her, LeBron has a thing for getting women to sign NDAs to keep his extracurricular activities hush-hush.
Yikes.
LeBron James has various parties constantly where NDAs need to be signed and women are at.
Franklin didn't elaborate any further, but several claims on Reddit corroborated her story. One user claimed, he has side pieces in every city. He's horribly cheap. Made a big deal out of giving a friend of mine a Joe Malone candle for her birthday. Another Redditor wrote, everyone in LA knows LeBron cheats constantly. His wife has to know because it's so well known. Hopefully they have an agreed upon arrangement. LeBron hasn't bothered refuting these claims, and Savannah, either she hasn't heard about them, or more likely, she's chosen to ignore the noise. In an interview with The Cut, the entrepreneur and mother of 3 made it clear she's not losing sleep over rumors about her or her marriage, saying, I'm not a comment reader because I feel like that is going to put you into a rabbit hole that you don't want to be in. I don't think that there are misconceptions about me out there that I would even be inclined to address. And besides, Savannah feels rock solid about her marriage with LeBron. On her podcast, Everybody's Crazy, she shared how she and her husband are intentional about keeping the spark between them alive, saying, we've been together for 22 years, but I want to feel young and fun, so I want us to date, you know? I would say for me, the biggest thing that I felt was just a sense of security. As for LeBron,
you know what? When I think about it like this, she already know and she don't care, and y'all late to the party. As long as she been provided for, taken care of, and everything straight, the kids, he ain't bringing nothing home. It ain't no publicity. This, that, the third. She all right. And this is what women have to learn. Y'all thought that y'all grandmothers wasn't getting cheated on and XYZ, and she was. Y'all, we just didn't have the internet. Y'all didn't have no idea what the hell was going on. That's all. Well, she surely was. Because it's just natural for a man to do these type of things. But when a woman do these things now, it's so unnatural. It is so unnatural. Unless you appeal or something, and she bring you something back now, that could be a little bit natural too. It all depends on how you look at it. But leave your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think about the prophet. Let me know what you think about Obama and Trump. And let me know what you think about Savannah James and LeBron James on their relationship. And that's about it. Grab your pots and pans. It's time to cook. Don't forget the spatula. Before I go, remember, positivity over negativity always. Peace.